Hello random people on the internet, and welcome back to a different video. Today I'm going to be playing a game called Derail Valley. This is the one and only time I'll actually say the name properly, so good luck. So I've been playing this game for quite a while. I really do enjoy it, and they're going to have a update called the simulator update. So that means that there's going to be more content. I do not know if I'll be able to record a lot of the content, so I'm just going to record some now. And I'm going to show you how I play Derail Valley. So, first thing I do is I find my way to the station office. I walk into the station office and I see what jobs are available. Now, I would pick one that gives me a lot of money, like this one here with 52,000 or this one here with 46. But I've been to the harbor in town, and I don't want to go back there because it's kind of boring taking this route from here all the way down to here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one, which is deliver new cars from machine factory in town, where I am, to food factory, which is up here. So, how I would do this is, first of all, I'd get the train prepared. And the train is all the way over here. Well, that's not it. Over here in the shed. I will mention, I have played this game fully, and so I've unlocked all of pretty much everything. And I've installed a couple mods, as you can see from the top left corner, which is just a little mod menu UI. And so today, yeah, I'm just going to do a freight run because I feel like it. I've also downloaded a mod which makes the engine sound a little bit more realistic, so how about it? I love that sound, I really do. Alright, so yeah, now I put it in forward and I bring the train out, turning on the headlight. I'll tell you what, I wait for, as you can see in the top left, the force percentage to go down, and then I pull forward. Okay, now that I'm on the main line, I find the job that I have, which is this one, and I go over and find it. So it would be in that place over here. So I keep the switch as is. I come over down and find the job that looks the most like it. So it would be this job right here on B2 outbound. So then I'd flip over these switches, bring the train over to B2 outbound, and couple in, as you'll see in a couple seconds here. Right around this stage, I would now, as you can see, couple into the cars that I'm going to deliver over to the food factory, right? Yeah, food factory. I will say it's a little bit quick. The engine's also quite loud, so I will have to speak a little bit higher, if you can even hear me. So yeah, it's quite a big dunk, but it'll do. Oh yeah, and this, I believe, you can fact check me this, I think this is like the Western European setup for coupling. It's not a, what do you call it, knuckles, it's actual like chain and bolt, I think is what it's called. Anyway, now that I've paired into this train group, I then will first wait for the pressure, the brake pressure to go up to 4 bar, and then I would now validate the job and be on my way. Reason being, in the first little bar, you can see it says time bonus 25 minutes. So I'd set this little clock to 25 minutes and start the timer. Then I put the train in forward gear, make sure all the brakes are still fine, and I honk the horn. And then I'd be on my way. If I can get this thing going, because it's quite heavy, as you can see, 542 tons. Again, I've played this game for, what is it, I think more than 100 hours, so I know mostly what I'm doing. Speaking of what I'm doing, this little path up here is, I wouldn't say it's the most dangerous, but it's one of those paths that are just like, it'll take a minute to do for sure. but it will be fun. Anyway, you see 5 mile an hour speed limit, and just going on this trip. It's not really I will say, it's not as eventful, these kinds of trips, because, I mean, filming these, a lot of people just want to see the explosions, which I can understand. I want to see them too, but I'm just doing this just so I get to show you guys how I play the game before the new update comes out and I play the game from scratch. Also because towards the end of June I will be on holiday, and that will be a bit of an issue if you understand how YouTube works, because I doubt by then the popularity will be as popular. So what you say? Oh wait, hold on. On this sign right here, it says -6. That means the train is going to be going down an incline of 0.6 degrees. As you can see by the top right corner, there's a thing called grade, and then then -0.6 or 7 as it's flashing a little bit. That means I just let the train roll at the moment because it's just going downhill, gaining speed. I will say this game can definitely be beautiful. Oh look, that's the iron ore mine west, I think. We're going to pass by that, as you can see. And we'll go all the way up to the food factory where this job needs to go. Speaking of this job, I'll just put that over here. Pocket watch says we have 21 minutes. Tell you what, while I'm doing this, I should teach you how I got into this game. Me and myself, I'm a huge train fan and always has been since a little kid. So, I found this game, got it for, I think, what, 20 euro? 20 euro, I don't know what that is in dollars, so you guys can figure that out yourselves. And, yeah. Got this game for that much money, really enjoyed playing it, and I'm glad to have it. I am really glad to have it, because it's just one of those games that's just so fun, in my opinion. It's just such a fun game. As you can see, we've got an upgrade. We got a positive 0.9, which means we're going up, so that means break off, let it roll up that hill. And now we're going through the iron ore mine, just past that tunnel that was behind us. You can see my lag does drop a little bit, which is fine by me. I mean, there's a lot of cars here. By cars, I mean train cars, but I don't mind it. I will say, the scenery in this game also is really, really nice. But then it's a bit too loud. Tell you what, while I'm going through this really nice and mountainous terrain, I'm going to teach you how this works. It is a bit dark at the moment, but my mouse kind of highlights it. So, you've got your horn. It's the way it's actually used to signal either other trains or passengers or people on the road that you're coming by. You've got your independent brake. That is, so you can have brakes on just this train, just this engine, not the rest of the cars. That's what the train brake is for. This train brake is for all the brakes on the train. Then you've got your sand. Sand deploys onto the wheels, so you get more friction, so you can go up a steeper grade without wheel slip. And you've got fuel and oil. I think you know what those can be used for. You've got your bell, you've got your headlights, cap lights, brake, dynamic brake, which is actually a really cool thing in itself. How that works is the engine puts, I believe it's like puts the drive motors, which are the things that make the train move, in reverse. And so that's how we get this train moving. Which is pretty cool. Yeah. I could put this on, but see, it gets a bit bright with all the dials. And I should talk about the gauges here. So you got these gauges. You got your brake pipe and your brake reservoir. That's used for your brake reservoir is your independent. Your brake pipe is the actual train brake. I'll say it's a bit difficult multitasking when you're driving a heavy train through the mountains. And then you've got your tachometer, which is I think your RPM of the engine. You've got your engine temperature, very useful. Amperage. I know that's supposed to go up, but it's not doing anything. I've got your pretty obvious speedometer here. Something that I prefer to measure, which is kilometers an hour. And we are at the very top of the map too. The highest point of the map. Well, if you enjoy me playing this game, or you'd like to see me do other things, I would like you to comment that down below. I am, at this point of time, I am relatively new to the whole YouTube thing. Not really just started, but I've only posted about 5 videos including this one by now, and I would really like the support. I will post a video soon-ish about me doing shunting at the food factory, and I'll talk about shunting on my next video. But right now we're just driving our diesel engine through the mountains, the North Mountains, all the way to the food factory. You can kind of see me feathering the throttle back and forward, trying to get it so we can have a good speed, but also we gain some speed, and then put the throttle back down once we gain enough. But we're going 30, and it's a 50, but it's also downhill, might I remind me. So I'll keep it at 0% throttle, let it coast, and once I hit that, that's a downgrade. So that means brakes. And brakes in this game are a lot different than car brakes. It's brakes, they have pressure. The pressure goes down, it takes time to fill back up. So you don't want to slam on the brakes entirely when the train goes on a grade. As you can see, the brake pipe is going down a bit. That's because, you can see it's taking a slow time to fill up the bit that's been lost. So since we're only losing speed with the train brake, I'm going to turn that off, let us coast down this hill. But as you can see, we're starting to get into a little bit spicier percentage grades. This bit is, I think, the sub-iciest in the game, with like 30 or 4%, I think. Yep, 4.3% grade down this. I'm going 48, so I think it would be a valid time to put the train brake on. Rolling down this hill at a very smooth-ish pace. Oh boy, yeah, we're getting those spicy derail numbers, as a YouTuber would say. I'm going 1.8, put the train brake back a little bit because we don't need too much of a train brake. And we're, I think, 3/4 of the way there. We got 10. Wait, no, we got, I don't know how many minutes it is to spare. We've got 5, no, what am I saying? 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes to spare. So let's cut the brakes off because it's 60 is our lowest speed. So let's just let it roll, and we'll coast our way to the food factory, where hopefully the things are set properly. So we need to go into C4 inbound. I used to say C4I, I say C4 inbound, so people understand what I'm saying. Speaking of that, I was going to say something, I forget. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it on that, and I'm going to do something that every kind of train person hates. Get out of the cab and run straight over, or teleport over to the food factory, which is over here. You need to go to C. C track is middle. Then you take this. This is C4. That goes into the other side. So we flip that switch. C4 is the one that's empty, so let's go into that. Now all the switches should be set, and we should be good to just roll into the C track. Speaking of, and our train should be rolling down the hill quite nice and smoothly, although quite slowly because I've left the brake on. And now we are pulling into food factory in town. Put a little bit of brake on because we're going a bit quick. 50 kilometers an hour. I wouldn't want to derail as soon as we get there. That'd be quite embarrassing, wouldn't it? Let the train brake slow us down as much as we need. Maybe slam a little bit on the independent. Kind of get us just slow down a little bit quicker because we're coming in quite hot, aren't we? With a little time to spare too. Again, I apologize for the frame rate, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. A little bigger set because we're in now, so let's just slow it down. Away. And as you can see, we have pretty much arrived. Let's just check. Yep, we've pretty much arrived. So now, get out, go to the station office, and validate the job. We're done. It took us 21 minutes. We get a little bit of the time bonus extra. And no damage, which is actually pretty good. We have money here, which will be happily put into our what do you call it, wallet. And then from here, I wouldn't just stop the train. No, I would first disconnect it, close the brake valves, walk over to the train, run it forward a bit by applying the air brake. Wait for the air brake to settle then, and run it forward. Or I could just push through the brakes, which this thing can. I need to find a way to get past because all of these tracks, I think even 1S, yeah, all of these tracks are taken. So I'm gonna have to go all the way around this track here, which is gonna be a bit frustrating, I will admit. But what you gotta do on the railroad. Right around now, disconnect from the train, go backwards, go through back to the yard because I have to do that unfortunately, and find my way to the maintenance shed, which I'll pick you back up in just a minute here. Now that I'm on the other side of the yard, I would do the same thing as I did with the other train. Flip some switches, line myself into this building right here, which is, as you can see by the top of the thing, the service, as in you service your trains here. I like to do that after every either long haul mission or just to do it. So I'm like right now, I'm just gonna do it so I can show you guys. Yeah. Next episode I'll focus on a different engine than this, and I'll do shunting. Alright, now that I'm in the shed, I open this up, turn off the engine. And get out and service the vehicle. As you can see, we used a bit of diesel, so we'll fill that back up. And we used a bit of oil, but I won't fill that back up because oil is not really expensive, but it's just like, it's not really worth doing. Now, I go into the caboose here, I grab my wallet, walk over to this, pay for that, and there you go. Now, I would go back to the station. Hold on. Now, I'll go over to the station office right here, and see what jobs are available. We've got this one to all the way back to machine factory, this one to harbor, another harbor, got this one to steel mill, got this one to goods factory, but I'm going to be focusing on the shunting jobs. So now that I've done all that, take a look at the jobs, go to the fees thing, click on fees, ignore ignore the big number here and do all the servicing fees. This was an accident that happened. I derailed the train. Funny moment. Like, hold on, look. Got quite a bit of damage, and it's surprisingly no emission damage, but that's it. And so then I move on to same jobs or do another long haul or freight haul. So that's going to be the end of the video for me. If you enjoyed this video, again, please tell me. I want to record this, as this is one of my favorite video games. Next episode I will do shunting, and I cannot wait to see you later, and have a good day. Goodbye.